The sport of boxing is enjoyed around the world by people from all types of backgrounds, and the creation of the Marquess of Queensberry rules during the Industrial Revolution changed the definition of entertainment in Europe. Originating in Egypt around 3000 BC, it is one of the oldest sports known to man. It was reintroduced in London, but was extremely violent and did not have many legitimate rules. Later, boxing was rebranded during the Industrial Revolution with the Marquess of Queensberry rules. The new rules set in place many regulations that were not there before and introduced boxing to the rest of the world. Boxing and the new rules brought a new element of unity and exhibition to the work-oriented British citizens during the Industrial Revolution and brought the divided socio-economic classes together in a unique way.
The Marquess of Queensberry rules were born from a time in the Industrial Revolution when new innovation required a different way of thinking. Around 1865, a man named John Graham Chambers created these rules after it became apparent that the sport lacked order and fairness. Professionals considered these rules to be unmanly, and so championships were fought with London prize ring rules. However, many young pugilists preferred the new rules and fought to change them. Eventually, the new Queensberry rules became a much more widely used system by 1892. The Americans also became interested in the sport with the introduction of the new rules, and British boxers would cross the world to fight American boxers. This did not last, as boxing was losing its social acceptance in England due to change in middle-class values and the rise of evangelical religion. The law classified it as legal, but public view brought it to a point of limbo, where the law rarely cared for enforcing it. While the sport of boxing may have been slowly losing popularity in England, the new rules had started to spark in America and other countries, which would later lead to the sport of modern day. The new rules represented the unification of the classes through entertainment. These rules broke the old brutalistic ways of the sport and brought a more professional image to boxing. They also brought the upper class into the ring by giving it a more professional demeanor. They brought creative destruction, which, as described by International Chair of Economics Ricardo J. Caballero, is the incessant product and process innovation mechanism by which new production units replace outdated ones. Basically, the arrival of a new way of thinking shall go through a process of being integrated with its predecessor, after which it is shown to be superior and then culminates in the predecessor being decommissioned / put out of use. This was a huge theme of the industrial era, as the entire basis of it was improving production of products to compensate for the rapid expansion and growth of the population.
Throughout history, boxing has proven itself to be a sport that has an ability to bring people together. While a violent sport, the creation of the new rules ensured that there was a level of professionalism to it. This caused the sport to go from its old, brutal ways and morphed it into a sport that was respected by the high classes. It brought the people of England together and directly relates to the theme of improving the quality of production, in this case the product is boxing. With the introduction of the new rules, the sport was brought into the public eye and brought the divided citizens of London together.